Well, hello there, and welcome to encouragement again. I almost said morning encouragement. It seems lately we have been later in the day, but still we're coming to you with a time of encouragement. I hope that the thoughts that God has given us today and those things that we share with you will be an encouragement to you as we continue to live and serve the Lord. Hello, darling.
Hey,
What are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I had a rough night and haven't felt the best today, but I don't feel sick. I just feel very tired, and that just happens. It's part
God's
of
good, though, isn't He?
all the time.
All the time.
God is very good, and I'm very thankful. I was reading again in Hebrews. What a book full of so much to take in. And it says, "Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God." I got to thinking about he didn't do it halfway.
Oh, no.
He gave all that he had. And I thought about how in my everyday life I wake up and I want to give the day my best. I want things to be done right. I like a clean house. I like laundry done. I can't stand to see laundry in the dirty clothes hamper. I want it done, and I pretty much do it daily, whether little loads, but still I want it done. And I got to thinking about what I strive for in my everyday housekeeping and in my how I present myself to others, and it just got me to thinking. And then whenever I read that in Hebrews 12:1, where it says, "Wherefore we are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses," I thought about how many people look at you and can see that you do have Christ in your heart. How many can look at how you live and say, He's the center of your being. He's what you're living for. Yes, you love your family. Yes, you love life, and none of us really want to see it end. And we've been reading so many obituaries lately of people we know that are losing, friends that are losing the battle. And yet, I think I want to do my very best. I want to give my very best, and I want to be pleasing to the Lord most of all. So think about that passage and what he did for us. He didn't do it halfway, and so I'm going to try my best not to clean my house halfway and become lazy in keeping it done the way I like it done. Just because I might not have the energy today doesn't mean I won't have the energy tomorrow, and just keep striving to be what I ought to be.
You know, we used to hear the saying as young people growing up, cleanliness is next to godliness. I could never find that in the Bible, although I think the implication is there that God certainly wants things done and done decently and in order. We know that. I was thinking today about being thankful. And we've just come through another Christmas season, and I'm just so thankful. Like you said, we have many friends who are fighting a battle with COVID right now. We have some who have lost that battle. Others have died from other causes. And recently we have just seen the number of people we know that are passing to go on up and up and up. And I was thinking about how thankful I am for life, for the very privilege to have been born when I was born right at the end of World War II. I was not supposed to come along. My parents were not expecting another child. The doctor had said it would not be good for my mother's health. And so they had determined they would not have another child. And God had a different plan for them. And I was born 7 years after my sister. And my mom and dad were older at that time. But I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful that God let me be born to the mother and daddy that I have. Oh, everything was not like I would have had it to be all the time, but they were good parents. They taught me to respect God. They taught me to love God. and they wanted me to do what was right with my life, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to God for life. I'm thankful to God for the place He put me. When I think about being born in the central area of North Carolina to godly people, I had no choice in that, and yet God had a plan for my life. I think regardless of where we have come from, where we were born, who our parents were, God expects each of us to answer to Him individually. I know that. And so we need to be very thankful. By the way, you're talking about how many people are watching you and how they know you're a Christian or how they know you love God. I think one of the greatest ways to show our love for God is through thankfulness, through graciousness and thankfulness, but particularly being thankful to God. I was reading an old song that is written by Alfred Holtman, and it says things like this: Thanks, O God, for boundless mercy. Thank you for gracious things in life. Thank you for every need provided from the fullness of thy love. God has given us what we need. Not only are we thankful for life and our upbringing and what we know about Him, but we're thankful now that we've seen Him we've watched Him meet our needs through life. And so great, so gracious and so loving and so kind and so good to us. We should be thankful to God. And I think that's one of the real evidences of people who are born again by the Spirit of God. They'll have a love for God, they'll have a faithfulness toward God, and they'll also have a thankfulness in their heart, regardless of what they're going through. Now, I would tell you that Sandra and I have not always had good days. There have been hard times. There are difficult times, but God has always been with us, and He's always met our need. We remind each other often that even in this time of her sickness and our growing older, God has never failed to meet our needs. He's been with us every step of the way. So we're thankful to God. And I think that's one of the ways we can best express our love and our gratefulness to Him, by showing our thanks to God. And then by being obedient, because He did tell us that if we love Him, if we're thankful for what He's done for us, we'll tell others about that. And so we have a constant reminder of missions, that we need to go forward telling others about the love of Christ. And what better time than right as the Christmas season to do that. I know you've been faithful doing that through this time. And we just ask you now to think about all the things today that you ought to thank God for and be thankful. And that would encourage your heart. Somebody said when things are really going bad, start reflecting on the good times. And when you reflect on the good times, then you get to feeling better about it all. And that's true. Yeah. So be thankful. Certainly be careful. Everybody's watching. No doubt about that. Many are encompassed about us. Clouds of witnesses that have shown us the way. We've heard the truth of God, of the gospel. We've begun to walk with God. Now we need to live it day by day with love and thankfulness in our heart toward Him for what He's done for us. I hope that'll encourage you a little bit. I know God will help you if you want Him to. If you'll cry out to Him, if you'll go to Him and ask Him to meet your needs, He'll help you. In His timing and by His own love and mercy, He'll do what's best for us, and I'm thankful for that. Well, thank you again for joining us today. As usual, we try to close out with a little song, and I've just asked my wife that we sing a little chorus that we've sung before, but that I like a lot, especially when I'm thinking about the fact that I ought to be thankful to God. Thank you, Lord, for saving my soul.
Thank you, Lord, for saving my soul. Thank you, Lord, for making me whole. Thank you, Lord, for giving to me thy great salvation, so rich and so free.
God bless you. Have a good evening, and we hope to see you again tomorrow on our time of encouragement. Bye-bye.